Hello, welcome to Irenka's Kitchen, and what I would like to do is share a very popular salad that my grandmother used to use when she served meats, and it's a very simple recipe, and it's a great recipe for summer, and it can be prepared with cucumbers and some spices. So what I'd like to do now is to show you how this very simple recipe is put together. So what I have here in this bowl is medium cucumber, and I've sliced it thinly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a bowl, and I'm going to sprinkle some salt on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this stand for about 10 minutes so that the salt kind of goes into the cucumber. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze out the excess water. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to leave it to stand for 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll show you all the ingredients that you need to put into the cucumber salad. And what I've done is I've let the cucumber stand in a sprinkle of salt, approximately about a half a teaspoon of salt, and I've squeezed out the excess water out of the cucumbers. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it into a bowl. Salad bowl of your choice, favorite salad bowl, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my favorite crystal bowl that I have. So I'm going to serve this with my meat dish, the meat dishes that I've mentioned on my website. The beef stew dish, there's the stuffed pepper dish, it goes great with fish. So what I'm going to do is put it into one of my favorite bowls, and then I'm going to add all the ingredients that are included in my recipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some vinegar. So this is 4 to 5 tablespoons of vinegar. And then I'm going to add some sugar. Sprinkle some sugar. So that sugar is mentioned as half a teaspoon of sugar. And then I'm going to add some salt, and it's a teaspoon of salt to the cucumbers. Then I'm going to add my ground pepper, a teaspoon of ground pepper. Now you might find that a teaspoon is too much for you, and you can cut that in half if you like and use only a half a teaspoon of ground pepper. Then of course are the Hungarian paprika, and the one that I use is from Szeged. And this region is a region where they grow peppers. It's a very famous area. It's near probably the southern part of where you see Budapest on the front of this sort of container. Shows that Szeged is located on the southern part of near Budapest, which is the capital of Hungary. So this is where the famous peppers grow, and there's a factory there, and they process this spice there. So I've used Hungarian paprika, but if you can use any paprika that you like, but I use Hungarian paprika, and you can buy this at any delicatessen, a favorite deli that you go to buy your cut meats, and they can be found there usually. It's a sweet pepper. You can use hot peppers if you want. You can use sweet peppers, but I'm using sweet paprika today. So I'm going to sprinkle this on top of the cucumbers, and then what I've done is I've diced some garlic cloves. I use 2 garlic cloves. You can use 1 if you prefer to just use 1. Then you can use two diced cloves of garlic in your recipe. And then what I've done is I had some dill at home because I didn't have any sprigs of fresh parsley. My recipe calls for 10 sprigs of fresh parsley, or you can use dried parsley. So I have some dill at home, so I've put in about a teaspoon of dill. That works just great too. And then what I do is I stir it together. And the more it stands in the spices, the better. And the paprika gives it a really nice color to it, sort of a red color to it, and it's got sort of a green contrast with the dill. So this stands in all of this for about an hour or two before your guests arrive, and then it's served with a meat dish. So this is a medium cucumber. You can use a smaller portion depending on how many people that you're expecting. If I'm expecting eight guests for supper or dinner, then I would use 2 medium cucumbers, depending on how many people that you're expecting for dinner or supper. So this is one of my favorite dishes that I remember being served at dinner at my grandmother's house, and my mother always served this with her meat dishes. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that you come and visit my kitchen again, and I will be sharing many more recipes with you. My website is irenkaskitchen.com, and my email is irene@irenkaskitchen.com. So until next time, bon appetit, jo étvágyat!